We'll be covering topics like, first of all, like organization structure. So what is the overview of sales and distribution, like organization structure, the enterprise structure of the organization, then the aspects of sales and distribution, material management aspects. So basically, the various there are two different things. One is sales and distribution, which you distribute the materials and you design a sales cycle for it. And then material management, a little bit of material management, because material management is divided into two parts. One is the material management part, where we constitute the material things, and one is the sales part of the material, related to the sales aspect of the material. The activities related to the sale to do the sales of the material. So I'll be covering more sort of a sales aspect of the material, but I will give you an overview also of the different parts of the material which are there for the to be done by the other modules. Okay. Then we will learn something about the business partner. So business partners are basically like your seller, your buyer, okay, and something like where you ship your products. Different plants are there. Okay, one is head office, then you have different sub offices or your regional offices where you want to distribute your products. So that can be your business partner, and some like your accounts department, which wants the bill and then payment will be done from them. So that is also your business partner. So we look on to them also. Then we have material master records. Um, Again, the same related to material master only. Then account groups, and then customer info record. So your various customers have like to have different type of things. Or you say you have 5 customers and all have different nomenclature, different uh, different what they want. So so we're covering that customer info records. Then we're having something like pre-sales activity. So before the sales start, there are some activities that a company needs to do apart from marketing as well. So marketing is totally different, where it will be conducted in different systems of the companies. But in SAP, we can also do some pre-sales activity, like an inquiry or a quotation. So I will be covering these two topics. And then moving ahead, we will be doing something like more of a technical. This is completely then technical way determines like item category determination, schedule line category determination, copy control, incompletion items, and creation of sales order with reference. So these 4 topics, earlier 4 topics, top 4 topics, will be a bit of technical, where it constitutes of things which are going in the background while you create a sales order or you do anything in system. So these 4 things will be working in the background, which we as a consultant should know that how are these done. So in these 4, it will be less of theory, but more of a practical KT or a training over here. Creation of sales order with reference will be more sort of a where you reference an older sales order and then create a new sales order. So it will be more of a practical knowledge, a small demo type of thing. Not much of configuration is there, but yeah. Then coming on to the most important thing of the SD is the pricing. So pricing is one topic which is like very exhaustive and very big topic, and one of the most important topics in the entire sales cycle. So you have your pricing of the materials, your discounts, then your posting of taxes. So majority 3 types of things in pricing, like your MRP, your discount, and the taxes. There can be a lot of things more into pricing, but we will see them in the session once we go into the pricing session. We'll leave this fast material and take, okay, because this is like too much. Yeah, we like to cover 2 things, like material listing exclusion and material determination. Or we can do free goods also. Okay. So we like to cover material listing. Listing is like whatever you have a client who's got a particular list of materials that he wants to buy only these materials. So you can prepare that list. or he doesn't want to buy these materials, then you can provide an exclusion one. Determination like your one material is end of life and you started a new material now with upgraded version. So that is like material determination. And free good, as the name suggests, you buy one get one free. So more sort of sales related topics are there in SD. Then we'll be covering sales order types, the various sales order types that are there, like rush order, cash order, or free of charge deliveries. Then something like agreements. It is also a type of sales order, agreement between two parties to send goods, to sell goods, or to do a value-based transaction over a period of time. So that is called agreement. So you have contracts and schedule line agreement. Then we'll be touching a bit on to the delivery process also, so that you come to know the entire cycle of the sales. So till here, it was all sales order and order, nothing related to delivery. You have done the order booking, nothing else. Now from here, we'll be covering a bit of delivery cycle also. So you start delivering the products to the customer. You do various things like picking, packing, or shipment creation. You put the goods in a ship or in a truck, and then load it out and then send it to the clients. So that is one part of it, for which we will be covering an overview of that. And then the basic thing, the billing. The third block of the SD cycle is the billing. The first block is sales, second is delivery, the third is billing. So then we'll be covering all the billing documents type, the creation of billing documents, overview of the billing methods, billing plan, revenue account determination, and posting of documents to accounts. Behind that, all of these things like sales order, delivery, billing, there's one thing which is known as credit management. So credit management is like you give credit to a customer, obviously because there is no advance payment receiving over here. Okay, the advance payment concept is totally different, and I will not be covering that out of scope. But yeah, credit management is like every company implements the credit management in their system. So your order is created first, that is based on certain credit that you give to a customer, that how much value of order he can book in the system, or he can give you that much value of order to you. That is based on the credit management. So it's an important topic. We will touching upon that also. So the purpose of credit management, types of credit management, and the configuration of credit management. Then some more topics like text determination, pattern determination, or output determination. So it will be like this one will be more sort of technical, where we'll be going inside system and seeing how the various text that are printed onto the bill or invoice are getting printed, or from where are they determined into the invoice. Partner determination, like I told you, the business partners are there, like your seller, your buyer, your ship to, and your accounts department. How are they getting determined? Or sometimes you have their third-party transporter or third-party logistics team. How are they getting determined in the sales order or delivery? How does the system know which one to pick up? So we will touch upon that also. Then output. Output is like you create a sales order that your client expects. I should get an output. I should get a confirmation from your side that the order is being booked. Or you prepare a delivery, then you send a confirmation to your truck driver that the goods are ready for delivery. You please pick up them. Or you prepare an invoice or a bill, and you generate an output of the bill and send it to customer for payment receiving. So these are all output types. So how are these getting determined? How are these getting generated? So we'll touch upon that also. And then something like normal sales, return sales, third party sales, free good, consignment. Consignment is another one of the important topics. Uh, it is different from the normal sales, but yeah, it is good to learn, and we'll be touching about that also. and then sales using bill of material. So this is the most of the curriculum, all the topics that we'll be covering up in this training schedule. Any data topic which you feel like covering, please let me know. Okay. So as told earlier, we'll be covering like what type of sales order are there, then the different types of sales order like cash sales, rush order, scheduling agreement, consignment sales, third party order, and some special type of sales order which are there in the system. Okay. So in SAP system, you define a different type of sales order depending on the different business transactions. So you have different business transactions in system, like you sell the goods, or there's a return of good, or you give something free of charge. You give something free to customer. Okay, but you still record that in your system. Anything which is related to sales activity and you record that in your system is called a business transaction. And the way of recording is called the sales document type. Okay. So the ways mentioned things are like something like inquiry. Somebody inquires like, do you have this product with you? Or do they ask like, what is the price of this product? They're making an inquiry. Okay. It can be any product like a car or a scooter or anything you're selling. Okay. So they're making an inquiry to you that whether do you sell this goods or not. They're still not asking you the final price or a price for that product. They're asking, they're making an inquiry whether you sell this goods or not. So that is kind of an inquiry. Then comes the quotation. Quotation is like something like they ask you, okay, fine, you're selling this, say a car, is you're selling car, okay, fine. Now please give me a quotation for say a car, any car you take, for example, Scorpio or XUV 700. So the customer asks Mahindra that kindly give me a quotation for XUV 700. So that is a quotation. Okay, so he tells you there's a material XUV 700 and the price of it say 31 lakhs. Okay, it also constitutes a quantity like one piece of car. It is still a quotation. It is not an order. Okay, he has asked for a quotation. He may not buy. He may buy it. He may not buy it. Okay, it's just a quotation. It is not a legal binding that you have to buy it or you have to deliver it to the customer. No, it is just a quotation where there may not be any discounts onto it. It may be just a straight away MRP of it. The quotation will not have any taxes either. Okay, because again, if you put taxes onto it, then you have to put that taxes somewhere in your system. Okay, so it will be like an approximate value or like an showroom price of the car, which gives you an overview and rough estimate at how much you have to uh, prepare yourself for buying that thing. So it's just a quotation. It is nothing else. Okay. So these are called pre-sales document, which are prepared before the sales is actually happening in the market. Then if he likes, yeah, okay, fine. He likes the quotation, he likes your price. After various negotiations and everything, he he gives you an order. He gives you a sales, he gives you a purchase order, and with respect to that, you get a sales order. So that is now here we create a sales order. So these are placed by the customers to buy a particular goods. Then you have something like agreements. Agreement is something like you enter an agreement with the manufacturer or with the seller. But okay, fine, I'll buy goods from you for a year at different dates at different quantities. Okay, but you agree a price that okay, fine, but the price will remain same for the entire year. You cannot change the price throughout the year. So that is called an agreement. Okay, he will tell you whenever he needs the good, he will tell you that now I need the goods. You please send me the goods. But he agrees to he says that the price will remain same, and I'll buy total, say in a year, say 1,000 pieces. So that much agreement or assurance he's giving you. That is why you're entering into a contract into him. You are entering a agreement into him. Okay, you agree on to certain terms and condition. You prepare an agreement, like same thing like a rent agreement. You prepare a rent agreement because you're living inside a house for a particular period, 11 months, and you agree to pay rent every month. The same way you create an agreement for sales that you are going to buy these much goods and the rate will remain this much, say X amount. So that ways you prepare an agreement, and it's again a sales order type only. Okay. Then post sales document. Now these are like you have sales the good, but something has to be happening after it also. You don't like the goods, or there's something defective. Okay, or you still you paid extra. Okay, sometimes you paid extra or you paid less. Okay, so that ways our post sales document. Any queries?
No.
So we're covering various sales order types like sales, cash sales, rush order, scheduling agreements, consignment sales, and third party order, and then some special types of spot sales order. So what do you mean by cash sales? So some cash sales is where the customer places an order, pick up the order and pays for the goods at same time. Okay. In this order type, the delivery of the order is executed immediately when the order is entered. So the typical example of cash sales is like you're going to a grocery shop or a departmental store where you're buying the goods in the same spot and you're taking the delivery immediately. So that is the best example of a cash sales, because there is no sales sort of printed that you want to buy a say bread, or you want to buy pulses, or you want to buy vegetables. So you're not raising a sales order. You're just going over there, picking it from the shelf and putting it in your basket and then going for billing. So that is the delivery is happening same time and the billing is also happening at the same time. So your entire process is done within seconds and done by yourself only. So that is called a cash sales. In nowadays scenario, you may say a UPI sales where you pay by UPI, but it is ultimately a cash sales document only, which is done in systems. Okay. So here in this, when you create a system, I'll show you the demo. The delivery document is not getting generated, or it's just generated automatically. Okay, and it's completed automatically. We do not do picking, packing, or doing like something like post goods, where we're removing the goods from the stock, like in the totally. That will be done at the back end, and these all activities which are manual for normal sales order will be eliminated. Okay, so in SAP, for every business document type, we got a different type of document. Like for cash sales, we call it BV. So when we create a say cash sales document, we enter BV. These terminologies will be more clear to you because once you start the curriculum properly and we go step by step. Right now, I pick up this topic from middle just to give you a demo, but I'll be covering this topic again later on once we go in the sessions, day-to-day sessions. Okay. Something about rush order. So rush order is like you're in a very you want to deliver the goods very quickly. You cannot wait for 3-4 days and taking the um, taking the seller their own sweet time. You want the goods quickly, so they're delivered on priority to you, and they're delivered on the same day as well. So typically, like normal sales order may take 3-4 days because they got it's a delivery own cycle, and SAP follows first in first out. So your first order which is come in will go first out, will go first out, and the second order which is like will have to wait. Even the delivery of that have to wait till the first order is cleared. Okay, something sometimes like your stock is less, you have less stock, you have less material in your warehouse or in a plant. So you deliver, you are not able to deliver, you are not able to fulfill the subsequent orders. Your one order is created, which has eaten your entire stock in the warehouse, and you still have to manufacture, but it will take some time. So your other orders will get hold upon, will get held. But in this situation, if you have got a rush order, maybe your first order which was there, which has eaten up entire stock, will now be held because there is a rush order in the system. And hello, any queries?
Hello.
Yeah, any query? Okay, fine. I'll continue. So your orders, your current orders, which may have eaten the entire stock, will be get held up, and because of the rush order, and the rush order will be delivered. So it is like that process. Okay. So for it, we have different order type like SO. Now coming on to scheduling agreement. Now scheduling agreement is defined as an external agreement with the customer having details of quantity of goods and delivery dates. So it's like an agreement between two parties where they have quantity of goods and delivery dates. That sometimes the delivery dates are decided, sometimes they are not decided. Okay, but the agreement has got a start date and an end date. Okay, so that way it is there. This information is mentioned as schedule lines in the standard system. I'll tell you once we go into the detail session that what is schedule lines. This schedule line can be created with the scheduling agreement. So basically, whenever you create an agreement, your lines get generated in the sales order with different dates. Okay, so if you, for example, your customer says that I will buying a material over different dates with different quantities, then your sales order will have different lines inside it only. You will like subsequent, you can have different orders, like you have different orders, but instead of that, there will be one order only, but with different delivery dates. Okay, so it is called a scheduling agreement. Now coming on to consignment sales. So consignment sales, the two parties like consignee, then you have the client and customer. So this example will help you out on understanding what is consignment sales. So you have a manufacturer who manufactures certain goods. Okay. Now there is one party which is called consignee. The consignee is like a middleman. He takes the goods from the manufacturer, holds the goods with himself. Okay, and then sells to the customer. Okay, he is like he has not purchased. Consignee may not consignee has not purchased the goods from a manufacturer. It is like he's just manufacturer cannot reach to the customer and customer directly. So there's a middleman called consignee. Consignee is there to keep the goods with himself for selling it to the end customer. Since the manufacturer cannot go to the end customer directly. Okay. So that is called consignee. So it's like manufacturer gives the goods to consignee and then consignee gets goods to the customer. So your first thing is consignment fill up. So consignment fill up in this case sort of goods are produced and moved to a warehouse or to provide it to an agent to deliver to the end customer. So like consignment fill up is when you gives the manufacturer gives the goods to the consignee. That is called fill up. Okay, he's filling up the materials to the consignee. That is called fill up. And then issue. In this order type, whenever there is a requirement from the customer, he will move to the warehouse or the contact the agent, and this will be treated as a sale. So whenever this customer wants the goods, he'll contact either the consignee or the manufacturer that I want the goods. So it will be given from the consignee to the customer. Okay, so this is called issue. You are issuing the goods from the consignee to the customer. So in both process, fill up and the issue, it's your sales order. Okay. So this is the concept of the consignee of the consignment sales. The two more concepts of it, which are like special processes, like your returns. Now consignment return is there. Now consignment return is basically your customer returns back the goods to the consignee. He doesn't like it or it is defective, then he returns goods back to the consignee. And then ultimately there is uh, consignment pickup, which is like from the consignment back to the manufacturer. So he's picking up the goods back to manufacturing company or back to his own self. That no more consignee will have the goods. The entire goods from the consignee will go back to the manufacturer. That is called pickup. But those are special processes. These two are the normal sales processes in consignment. Then you have the third party order. Third party order is something like you enter with some other company. Okay, you have basically a product, say a product A, and that actually when a customer buys, will have to always buy a B product. But you don't manufacture at B. B is being manufactured by some other manufacturer or some other company. So you enter up in a tie-up with the B product manufacturer that always, since your product is required along with mine, we enter into a tab that your product is also sold along with me. Whenever customer gives an order to me, automatically I'll send you a purchase order to buy your goods, and then you can either send me the goods or you send it to the customer directly, depending on whatever terms we agree, and then your sales will also happen. The customer may not place a separate sales order for you. I will only place a sales order for you, and then your goods will be shipped. So that is called a third party order. You're getting a order for a third party or different party altogether. May not be in this SAP system, maybe in some other system, or maybe on the same SAP system as well. Okay. The third party order products are not delivered. Products are not delivered to the customer, and they have to be handed over to the order to third party vendor who is responsible to deliver the items to the customer and then generate a bill. So basically, you are delivering the goods, you're handing it over to a vendor or to some other party, and then it's to be delivered to the customer, and then you hand over the bill also along with that, so that it is being taken care by the vendor only and not by the customer. Till here, any queries? Okay, fine. Then some type of special sales order are there. The first one is credit memo. Now credit memo is like something as a word says credit. You're giving something to a client, to a customer. Okay, so it can be something like he has given you returns, then you give him something a credit note because he is liable to get back his money. So you give a credit note that you can use this credit note at a later date and then give it to me in form of a payment. Okay, or he's given you more amount by mistake, then you give him a credit note for the remaining amount. Like that way, you can have a different type of credit note to the customer. So there are two types of credit note. First is the customer returns the previously purchased goods. This is also known as the return process. And second is when a customer is credited without any goods, and it's something like it will be exceeding the cost. He's paid you more, or overcharge. He's overcharged. The rate agreed was say X, and you charged him Y. So for a difference, you will pay him credit note. Okay. And you have same a reversal opposite of credit note, a debit note or a debit process of it. So something like he has paid you less and you still want more money from him. So you raise a debit note to the customer. Okay. Then you have a returns process. So returns process has to be there. Something may not be there because some goods are not returnable. So it depends on the goods and the company processes that you configure it or not configure. So that is why it is called special order type. So you have returns which the goods is coming back to the warehouse because of some defective or it's not liking his customer is not liking the product. So that is why he has created a return for it. And he obviously for that return he gets a credit memo for credit process is also triggered for him where he gets a credit memo for the payment that was liable to given to back to him. That was what different sales order type. Now I'll take you to the system just to show you some of the order types. So whenever we want to create a sales order, we go to T code VA01. Okay. So V stands for sales thing. So anything which is for sales will start with V. Okay. In sales and distribution, anything which is in all T codes that are for the sales and distribution or in tables, any objects related to sales and distribution in SAP will start with V. Okay. A is for sales order. In SAP, A stands actually it's a German terminology. So for order, A is used as for order, and then 01 is like for creation. 01 to edit or to change anything which is already created. You use 02, or just to view or display which is already created. You use 03. So 01, 02, 03 remains same for the all the blocks that is sales order, delivery, and billing. We since it was sales order, it is for sales and distribution. We will also remain same. Only the thing that will change between the three blocks that is sales order, delivery, and billing is the second thing that is A, or it will be replaced by something like L or F. Okay. So we will show you later on in the various sessions that what are these things, how they configured. So whenever we create a sales order, we go to V801. So here you see the first thing that you need to enter is the order type. I showed you in PPT that there are different order types for each and every document that we create. Whether it's like cash sales, it is BV, or rush order is SO. Scheduling agreement is different. We're not using over here. Credit memo G2, debit memo L2, and return RE. So these are the different order types that are used for various orders. So you need to enter it over here. Okay. So you see, I entered BV. It will now show you cash order. Okay. So sales order typically is divided into three parts. Your header. Okay, the top thing, which contains the sold to party, shipped to party, customer reference, document type, delivery date, delivery blog. All these fields which are on top are called the header. Then you have something called item level. So all the things which you put on these item level, all the items which are written over here in this row are called item level. Just give me 5 minutes, I'm coming back. So as I was telling you, so the first part of the sales order is the header, which constitutes of the top things. Then the item part, which consists of all the items in the sales order. And then you have something like schedule lines. So I'll show you that once I had entered the sales order. So first is the sold to party. So once I will be covering the business partner, I will let you know what is sold to party. Something like the goods person to whom the goods are being sold. Okay. We will use this kind only. So these three things, sales organization, distribution channel, division, and then sales office and sales group, they are the organization data or the enterprise structure. When we create the enterprise structure for the SAP, before we start anything, we create these three things in the system. So I'll tell you once we start onto the things. So it's not defined. Like this is a cash sales order. So you have this photo party. So when you see inside it, so you see, I created just a sales order. This delivery document got created automatically. Okay, so it's a delivery document for that one. So basically, based on the case order, the delivery document gets generated automatically for the cash sales. Since it is a demo system, I think it is not configured properly. Automatically, it should have been completed, and the billing also should have been getting generated for this material. So the top portion, as I told already, this is called the header. This is the item, and if you go inside it, here is the schedule line, which is the third part of the sales order. So nothing shows you but the delivery date, the order quantity, the confirmed quantity. Okay, so it shows you the quantity of the material that you have bought. Okay. So this is the three parts of the sales order, and this is how is the cash order created system. You can have a printout of the output type. So this is how a sales order is created in system. Some income issue over here. Okay, leave it. So any queries onto this one? How a sales order is getting created and how is it delivery is getting created? Maybe we need to configure it more so that the delivery can be created closed automatically. Because right now it is open, showing open. Ideally, this should be closed. This should also be closed, and then the invoice should be getting generated. So this once configured properly will work that way. But these overall the overview of it will be there with you.